Hi, everyone, and welcome to my latest movie review. I decided to do it in front of my music soundtrack CD collection, and you'll see why, because the movie I'm going to talk about right now, which I did see today in the theater, is a documentary called All Things Must Pass. Now, this film is directed by Colin Hanks, actor and son of Tom Hanks. I think this is the first time... Well, I don't think it's the first time he's directed something, but it's the first documentary that he's directed. And I saw this trailer over a month ago, and I was really excited because it was about the history of Tower Records, the rise and fall of that great record store that at least 25 to maybe 50% of the CD, anywhere between 25 and 50% of the CDs right behind me were at one time purchased at Tower Records, because they had an amazing selection there. Of course, I bought a lot of rock CDs there, lots of music. I love all kinds of music, but my first love is movie soundtracks. So I thought I'd do this movie review in front of those soundtracks because some of these CDs were purchased at Tower Records, specifically the ones in Southern California. All right, so this movie, again, is about the rise and fall of Tower Records and the history of Tower Records, what happened in Tower Records, where it started, where it began, who worked there, what rock stars loved to shop there, especially the one in Sunset Boulevard, and where Tower Records actually went around the country, in Japan, outside other places, in London. Things I didn't really know about because I was one of the major reasons why I wanted to see this film, because for me, Tower Records was a really great place to check out stuff that was really rare, import stuff that I could not find anywhere else. Yes, some of the prices were quite high, and I'd have to make a tough decision. Would I get this CD, or would I get that CD, or would I get that DVD, or that whatever? Because, of course, they had lots of other stuff there. And, of course, they were around in the beginning where record stores were hard to find, especially at this scale. And, of course, people were into LPs at the time. And thankfully, I mean, I will always be someone that appreciates both sides because I grew up in the CD era and the cassette era, so I have lots of CDs. I love physical media. I wasn't a big LP guy, though I do have some LPs in my life. But I'm glad that it's still something that is around, that people still like to collect. I guess I love the digital era. I will say I love the digital era, and I'm glad that I can put all these CDs on my iPod or iPad or iPhone and listen to them anytime and where I want. But I love to have the physical media. And what I loved about this film is that we see the progression of music, how it was in these different formats, and how this record store kind of revolutionized the music industry, and how it influenced others to do the same. And then we get to see what happened near the end, which I didn't really know much about before seeing this film. You know, we'd heard about it in 2006 that it was going bankrupt, but I really had I didn't have a clear idea of why. It was interesting to see it in this film. They were so successful that when it gets bad, it gets bad, and it's so sad to see all this success and how they adapted to the digital world, and then how it all came down. But to my surprise, and spoiler alert, if someone has not seen this film or knows where it happened to Tower Records after the fact, but surprisingly, Tower Records is alive and well in Japan. Like, there's a lot of locations in Japan. That was a shocker. And that's the only spoiler I'm going to give from this movie. I'm not really going to go in detail of what the film, really examines, the relationships and all that stuff. But I thought it was amazing that Colin Hanks and his team got all these people to get together and go through the bad and the good and the really bad of what happened to Tower Records. Fascinating film, extremely interesting, especially someone who is a music fan, a film fan, someone who likes these kind of documentaries. And I appreciate that I never felt lost watching it. Beginning, middle, and end. Straightforward story. And if you're like someone like me who shopped at Tower Records, appreciated Tower Records, even though it was really pricey sometimes to grab that certain kind of music that you wanted, you'd really had to sacrifice your paycheck or you had to sacrifice maybe not getting something you didn't want to get and getting something else. So watching that and just having all those thoughts go into my mind, and I love collecting. I love to have something that I admire, whether it's music or a film, or something from music or a film that I have that I can cherish. Yes, I know none of this is going with me to the grave. I realize that, unless you stick it on top of my coffin and maybe pile the dirt on top of that, and maybe I can have it somehow. But it's nice to, while I'm alive, to appreciate, enjoy this thing and have it in my hands. And at the moment, be able to I love that song. I can go and listen to it thanks to my records or my CDs or the movies I have. So I admire to see these men and women who worked there, who experienced all these things, and to hear it from the founder and CEO himself, Russ Solomon. Again, these are a lot of things that, when you go in a record store, you're there for the music. You're not really there for the history sometimes. You're not really there for the people that worked there or the people that ran it. But now looking back and then also watching this film, you can't help but really admire the men and women who helped bring this to us. And all the success that they had for such a long time, for many, many, many years. You have to admire that. That's it's a great American story. I mean, it was founded in Northern California, and it just took over the world for such a long time. And it's still around in Japan, which was so shocking. It was a nice fitting to this film. Again, congratulations to Colin Hanks for putting this all together, for hiring a great team to bring this to us, for getting people that were really a part of it there at the scene, the founders and the workers and all them, and get them great interviews. I thought this movie was handled beautifully. Great documentary. Whether you like rock and roll or collect or not, this is a great film about America and the success that can come to America. And even when tragedy hits, when things go bad, people can still stay positive, and the music will never die. And that's what's so great about this film. And what I got so much out of it, what I got most about it is just the success that can come to if you really work hard. And these guys and ladies really worked hard to make Tower Records such a success for many, many years. Admire this film. I love this movie, and I highly recommend it to film lovers, to movie lovers, to documentary lovers. Congratulations on all sides for making an amazing film. And for that, I am going to give All Things Must Pass, the film and the history of Tower Records. I am going to give the film 4 stars out of 4.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.